176 individual homes became his property in one single transaction. Larry Ellison. He bought 98% of Lanai Island in Hawaii for an estimated $300 million in 2012. This was nearly the entire island. All those houses were part of the deal. He also bought two local airlines based there, Lanai Air and Island Air. The original idea was to transform Lanai into a high-end sustainable wellness resort, but it really functions as an incredibly massive private escape. He even renovated the Four Seasons hotels on the island, pumping another $100 million into those luxury properties. His main yacht, the Rising Sun, stretches 537 feet. That is a staggering length. It is longer than two jumbo jets parked nose to tail. The yacht alone cost over $200 million to construct. This is not his only vessel. He owns a whole fleet of them. Each one requires a dedicated crew of dozens of people. Maintaining these boats costs tens of millions annually. It is a floating city of opulence. He also owns multiple private jets for his personal travel, not just one or two, but a collection of high-performance aircraft. One is a Gulfstream V valued at about $60 million. Another is a later model Gulfstream G650. This advanced jet can cost up to $75 million new. He even uses them for relatively short trips across the Hawaiian Islands. Imagine flying a $75 million aircraft for just a quick hop. It is almost comically extravagant, but even more jaw-dropping are his fighter jets. Yes, actual military fighter jets. He owns at least two MiG-29s. These are powerful Russian-made combat aircraft. Each one could cost upwards of $30 million when acquired. And flying them requires highly specialized pilots. It is not just a casual hobby. This is serious, high-performance military hardware maintained for private enjoyment. It is truly unbelievable. His private hangar setup is probably worth another $20 million itself, housing these incredible machines. His extensive real estate portfolio extends far beyond a Hawaiian island and a few aircraft. He owns over a dozen houses in Malibu, California. These properties are worth many hundreds of millions of dollars combined. His main residence in Woodside, California is particularly notable. It is a vast estate inspired by a 16th century Japanese imperial palace. The construction alone reportedly cost over $200 million. It includes multiple traditional Japanese structures, a beautiful tea house, and incredibly elaborate gardens. Building this took more than 5 years to complete. Another significant acquisition was the Porcupine Creek Golf Course in Rancho Mirage, California. He purchased this for over $42 million. It is an 18-hole championship course, and now it functions as his private greens. He once attempted to buy the Golden State Warriors basketball team. The bid was around $1.6 billion, but that deal ultimately did not materialize. He does own a substantial stake in the Sacramento Kings for about $200 million. His personal art collection is both immense and extraordinarily valuable. It focuses on Japanese art specifically from the Meiji era. Some individual pieces in his collection are worth tens of millions of dollars on their own. We are talking about museum-quality works. He has spent countless millions over decades acquiring these. He collects not only paintings, but also antique armor and other rare artifacts. The extensive security systems needed for such a collection represent another monumental and ongoing expense. He also developed and owned the Indian Wells Tennis Garden in California. This facility hosts major professional tournaments. He later sold it for over $300 million. That represents a very substantial return on his initial investment. His personal net worth often hovers above $140 billion. This consistently places him among the very richest individuals on the planet. This level of extreme wealth allows for acquisitions and lifestyle choices that seem entirely out of reach for anyone else. He once had a private basketball court constructed inside a natural cave on one of his properties. That unique project alone cost several million dollars to complete. It simply demonstrates that for certain individuals, money truly has no discernible limit. They simply acquire anything they desire on a grand scale, and they own a surprising amount of it. The annual running costs for all his assets surely run into the hundreds of millions.